So they have like 4, 3, 4, and 3 or something like that. And that's the whole class.
Dang.
If you guys want to, if anybody who's sitting in groups of 1 or 2 wants to merge at all, feel free.
The stables.
We're just always here. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
All right, let's get rolling.
Wait, so we going over?
Homework.
Which one?
Last night's.
Okay.
Hasn't been 10 minutes yet.
So are we gonna get it back Monday then?
What do I ask? Questions on the homework? We'll get to everything. Deal with everything we got to deal with. 27. Yes, okay. So we talked about this kind of briefly yesterday. Sine of 630 plus the tangent of negative 540.
In the first hour. I was hungry.
Is that right?
I think I will next
Okay.
year, so I'll have a little more time.
What don't you like?
I'm gonna get a cord and grab that too.
What don't you like? Well, is sine a problem? No. Is tangent a problem? Is the plus a problem? So what's the problem?
There is one. I don't know.
Well, what don't you like?
Okay, the negative.
The negative. Ethan doesn't like the big numbers.
This is also.
Yeah. That, for me, the negative, we just go the opposite way. So we'll figure that out. I don't like the fact that we have numbers bigger than 360. Can we do anything about that? What?
Add 360. Add 360?
We could add 360, or we could
Subtract
subtract 360. Because that would give us, by adding 360 or subtracting 360, we would get angles that are, starts with a C, coterminal. So, and angles that are coterminal act basically identically. Oh, hang on, let me get you the other one. They act basically identically to the angles that we're looking at in the first place. So, for that 630-degree angle, what can we do? We subtract 330, right? Subtract. And what do we get?
Yeah, you said subtract 330.
I knew I said, when I thought about it, just before I started to write it down, I said, something didn't sound right.
270.
270. We should subtract 360, right? Okay. Do we like that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that a lot better. Where's 270?
Down.
Down. Remember what we talked about yesterday about this whole unit circle thing?
Mm-hmm.
So do we know what the sine of 270 is? Negative 1, because sine
Is
y. Sine is the y coordinate. So sine of 270 is simply negative 1. Therefore, the sine of 630 is also negative 1. What about the tan of negative 540? Add 360.
Get 180.
We add 360, it gives us negative 180, right? Is that good enough? Or that you're okay with that? And if you weren't, what could you do? Add 360 again. Just keep adding or subtracting 360 until you get something you like. Where's negative 180?
The same place as regular 180.
The same place as
Positive.
positive 180. Because we're still going 180 degrees, whether we're going the positive direction or the negative direction, we're still going to end up here. Tangent.
Isn't that sine over?
Sine over cosine, also known as y over x. So what's the tangent of negative 180 degrees?
0.
0. Because y is 0, x is negative 1, 0 over negative 1 is 0. Negative 1 plus 0 is 3.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. Sorry. Hello, okay with that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
like doing a really hard way.
I understand.
Mm.
Next. I don't have to talk so loudly today.
I kind of like the small one. I'm about to call it.
I think I told you, the first school I taught at for 16 years, the maximum class size, maximum, was 18.
That's not bad.
So most classes were around 13. 15 was considered a bigger class, 16 was like, whoa.
This feels like house class. You guys know what I'm talking about.
No, house classes is all.
All right, other questions?
Wow.
Okey
Oh,
doke.
wait, okay, this
Okay.
is like a dumb question, but, so
There's
for
no dumb
23, I know what I forgot to do. So, like, it wants me to find the secant.
Yep,
And like, I tried to like find the sign, then flip it, but it like didn't work.
okay. So it says this, I believe, correct? Yeah. And we're in
Terminals.
quadrant 4, and they want us to find secant of theta. Okay, so there are a couple different ways we can do it. Way number 1 is we could,
Find tangent?
well, how are we gonna do that?
Reciprocal.
Make,
I know the chart, even circle.
well, you're kind of giving me multiple ways. That's why I said there are different ways we can do this problem.
Oh, we can try.
All of them work.
Triangle.
Triangle, we could draw a triangle, okay? So we could draw a triangle. Okay. Cotangent is reciprocal of tangent, which is, so cotangent is
Adjacent over opposite?
adjacent over opposite,
Yeah.
which would make me put what where?
Adjacent to
Square
root
root
3.
Square root of 3 where?
On the
Where's
adjacent.
that?
On the bottom.
On the bottom. So square root of 3 here,
And the opposite would be 1.
this would be 1. Fair? Okay. What's that?
2.
Which is? Fair? Okay, so now we need secant. So to get secant,
Cosine.
don't say opposite.
It's the
Reciprocal of cosine.
Reciprocal of cosine. So cosine would be,
Adjacent over hypotenuse.
so cosine of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is
Root 3 over 2.
root 3 over 2. So therefore, the secant
Is 2 over
would be
root
2 over root 3, and then we'd have to
Rationalize.
rationalize, which would give us
2 root 3 over 3.
2 root 3 over 3. Now, last thing,
The quadricle or
So it's positive, cosine.
cosine is positive, so
So
therefore
secant
secant is
positive.
also positive, because the reciprocal of a positive is positive, and so that is our answer. Okay, there's a lot there, but it's logical. Now, way number 2, and this might be the way that I would do it, is instead of drawing a triangle, this says something to me. What do you think that is talking to me about? The chart, yeah. Because this is the reciprocal of tangent. So if cotangent is square root of 3 over 1, then tangent is 1 over square root of 3, which is
Root 3 over 3.
square root of 3 over 3. Which therefore means that theta
Is 6.
is 30 degrees. Yes? And so now we want to get secant, which means we want the cosine. So the cosine of 30 degrees is square root of 3 over 2, and now we're right where we were right here. So we just reciprocal that, 2 over root 3, which becomes 2 root 3 over 3. Quadrant, cosine is positive, same discussion.
Okay.
Fair?
Yeah.
So two ways, they're both fine, both totally fine. Whichever you like better is what you go with. Okay? Cool. Any others? By the way, it's not a stupid question, so stop. All right. Let's do what we've got to do. Should we do test?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do test.
Does that a pause?